Did you guys see this James O'Keefe thing here? I had it in the title, so I wanted to talk about it.
I have not. I haven't done the research on it. It's on my docket to read.
He is saying that he's in talks to regain control of Project Veritas. I would say, my reaction, my like quick reaction to that is, who cares? It was never been about Project Veritas. It's been about the work that James did, and the fact that it's called Project Veritas or OMG doesn't really matter to me. What do you guys think about this?
I thought his work hasn't changed from the last 5 years. I can't really discern a difference in the work he's done with OMG or with Veritas, because it was so much of just about him doing what he loves to do, going undercover or finding other people to do it with him and for him with his ethos, regardless of the company. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, Luke, what do you think? I mean, I guess there's definitely more brand recognition with normies. Don't know what Project Veritas even is, but like second tier normies, maybe the people that have seen one of our videos or have heard of us, people who are entering, certainly more people have heard of Project Veritas, but I just, who cares? Like, I guess maybe it matters to James. It probably matters to James because he got basically ousted from his own company. I know, Luke, you're friends with him, so I understand if you want to be kind of like, you want to be diplomatic about it. But like, I mean, I don't know. Good. I think he probably is still worried about some of the things that people said about him. I never cared about it. I never cared that he ate somebody's sandwich in the fridge. Like, that was literally something they said about him to try and smear him. Even if that was true, I don't care.
Yeah, I found a lot of the smears against him kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh no, he took a black car to the gym.
Right. Who cares?
I'm like, and I was getting hounded by some of these people like, you better make this as an issue. You better make it an issue. You better call him out for taking a black car.
He's your friend. You better do it. Yeah.
And I'm like, and then I got attacked viciously by some of the people that are involved in this lawsuit for not backing them. And I'm like, you guys are just trying to like emotionally like extort me and like manipulate me based off this like low petty high school drama bullshit that you guys made up out of thin air.
He did some stupid DJ thing where it was in the gray of maybe company funds. That was the worst they had him on.
Yeah. And it's like, oh yeah, he took a private jet here. And I'm like, I don't care.
Right. Nobody cares, dude.
Yeah. Like, I don't care. Like, let him or whatever. Like, he had a black car. He flew in a private jet. I do not care.
And nobody donating money cared.
Like that. For most people, it won't matter what the name is. For James, it probably does matter because it is personal. It is something that was his baby that was taken away from him, which was, a little wild, a little crazy.
He was using company. I think that's what it came down to. He was using company funds for travel and for extravagance, but then he was using that travel and extravagance to get more money than he was using. But because of the way he was doing it without their authority, I guess
basically he was doing what any business owner would do, in my opinion. When I travel, and I'm paying for it, you think I don't fly first class? When I travel, you think I rent the econo car? Hell no. When I travel, do you think I stay in the Super 8? Or do you think I stay in well, I wouldn't stay in a Four Seasons. That's crazy.
You're describing my travel itinerary.
I know. Luke and I shared was the worst hotel room I've ever stayed in my life. And then I canceled my appointment. A single night opened up in a nice hotel, and I moved hotels in the middle of the RNC because it was garbage. Yeah, and I moved my entire studio over there. Yeah. But I mean, that's what I saw. I was like, oh, he was a guy that, did he need to throw a DJ party? Okay, fine. But he also used it to raise funds. It's part of the one good thing of running your own business. I also pay 50% tax to the U.S. government. So if I get a chance to, above the board, fly a little nice, I've never flown private, but if I made Tim Pool money, I might. But if he wants to rent a black car, if he wants to rent a Mercedes instead of a Ford, who cares? It was the biggest nothing burger I'd ever seen.
He was on IRL. We were talking about it right when it happened. Luke, you might have been out of town, I think, at that point. And he was I think it was Tim's idea. Tim's idea, you should start your own company. Fuck these guys. And what I realized, because I had been starting a 501c3 charity during this time, and I realized, seeing him, you need 3 managing partners to run a charity,
Yes.
and any 2 can throw the other one out. So even if you're the creator, the founder, the generator, the mover, you have 2 other people. If they collude behind your back, you're fucked. So you don't own it. You don't control it. And then, so I hopefully, even if he gets Veritas back, he keeps going with OMG. He can use Veritas for the tax-free stuff, the tax write-offs, and then he can use OMG for his travel and stuff. Maybe he can.
That's
have
a great
them
idea.
work together.
Yeah, I mean, I hope for his personal. Look, I never saw like people said he was mean. Don't care. People said that he used a little, CEO privilege. Don't care. What was he using the money to gamble? No. Was he using it to buy hookers? No. Was he using it to, was he doing anything different than a business owner buying a nice car under the business name to use for business purposes? No. So I don't care. And nobody who's ever run a business who pays the amount of taxes we do would care. There was more to it that we'll never know, that James does allude to. Maybe Luke knows, but he probably can't say. There was more to it. There was something, in my opinion, the timing of his ouster happened almost immediately after that Pfizer expose, didn't it?
Yep.
I'm just saying for timeline purposes, that's how I remember it. I remember one of his biggest bombshells that he ever dropped was the Pfizer thing. And then within a week, now maybe some of these things were going on for years, but I remember the Pfizer thing dropped. It was massive. And then it felt like a week or 2 later, he was out. And they were like, he ate somebody's sub sandwich. It was very weird. That's all. I'm not saying I don't know. But I'm just saying
this story goes deep. I just started to read about him taking back the company, and it looked like there's potential malfeasance. Maybe it has something to do with them going underneath the table or behind the curtain to work with outside influences.
Yeah.